Hello, welcome to A Healthy Well. This is Dr. Tess. This has been a particularly challenging week for health professionals in the FCT because of the ongoing outbreak of cholera. So today I'm going to talk about cholera and I'll discuss it in the context of the three factors, what we call the epidemiologic triad, three things that need to be in place for an infectious disease to thrive and to spread. Those three factors are the agents, the environment, and the susceptible individual. For cholera, the agent is a bacterium called Vibrio cholerae. So cholera is basically a bacterial infection as opposed to a viral infection like COVID, for instance. This bacteria is found in feces or fecal matter of infected persons. So that's the agent. The environment is anywhere that is dirty. Peri-urban slums that are overcrowded, or those cities that surround major cities, are potential hotspots because they have little access to clean water, they're overcrowded, and the sanitation facilities are very minimal. Congregate settings like IDP camps or refugee camps are also hotspots. So any environment that is dirty, places where there's open defecation, are potential environments for the spread of cholera. And finally, the individual, the susceptible person. That is that person who lives either in this environment or for one reason or the other drinks contaminated water or food washed with contaminated water. So if you went to a restaurant and you ate salad that was washed with contaminated water, what do you know? So these three things have to be in place: the agent, the environment, and the individual. Now, from the moment of getting infected to when symptoms start, what we call the incubation period, could be as short as a couple of hours or as long as 5 days. But once the infection starts, the course is really short and it's really virulent. The symptoms are vomiting and diarrhea. And the diarrhea is not just the normal diarrhea, it's usually very profuse diarrhea that can lead to loss of body fluids of up to 10 to 20%, which is what kills people, the dehydration. Mark you, a number of people could have cholera without showing symptoms or showing very mild symptoms. But for those who show severe symptoms, that's the word severe. And the dehydration is what kills. So, what can we do? The first thing is to move the individual to the hospital immediately. This is not the time to say, oh, let's watch through the night and see what will happen. While on the way to hospital, you can start oral rehydration therapy, get the person to drink as much as possible if they can tolerate, but get them to the hospital where they will get IV fluids as quickly as possible, just to replace the fluids that is lost. Of course, they'll be placed on antibiotics and other treatments that will help them get better. But how can we prevent this from happening at all? Personal hygiene is important. Hand washing and and sanitation practices are vital. Proper refuse disposal, proper human waste disposal. There should be no room for talking about open defecation in the 21st century. Clean water source. Modern sewage and water treatment facilities are important. Community mobilization for behavioral change is important. Everyone has to work together to make sure that this is put to rest, that we kick cholera out of our country. If we do this, we'll all stay safe and we'll all stay healthy. Let me not forget to add that there is what we call the oral cholera vaccine. Yes, there is a vaccine for cholera. So hopefully, in the next week or so, this outbreak will be over and we can return to our normal lives.